Perfect.
You gotta find out what episode it is.
Oh yeah, let me get my phone out.
It almost feels more natural because there's no mics. Where we can just hang.
You could like sneak up on your friends and just press record.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh hey, Tiger said I could bring in a mini microphone to that if we were able to go. I know we're not gonna go, but I'm just like, dang. Let's see.
Should do like a clap for the sync.
Oh yeah, clap. Okay, we're on episode 15.
What's the magic number? 18?
16. We're one more episode away.
You can't do that episode without me.
Yeah.
I want to be on the magic episode.
What's going on?
Episode 15?
Episode 15.
Joel?
We made it. Look, and we actually did make it.
You guys
Things escalated quickly.
Very quickly.
Thank you to our YouTube subscribers and our Patreon.
The international funding from Dubai.
Yeah.
Thank you, oil money.
Yeah.
So we're in St. Anna for the viewers, just in case you guys were wondering where we are. We're in a studio, nice studio.
Yeah, now we're in a studio. That's cool. Like, we're in a studio now.
We're in the Jug headquarters.
This is where it all happens.
This is where it started.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
It's very crazy. You guys gotta get something nice right here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think we have like a jug, like a portrait of vessels.
Sweet.
That his friend Jake drew.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
We'll get it framed. It'll be like the family photo.
I know.
But it's like a family photo of wine bottles and vessels.
Of jugs.
Yeah.
Let's dive into it. So you're about to talk about how life is going with the enterprise that you work at.
Oh yeah, so pretty much like more philosophy lessons, right? Me and Joel have been talking about it now for like 2 months, but yeah, that's right. You can't do business with your friends.
It's getting more toxic.
No, it's not that it's getting more toxic. It's that you treat your friends have to be outside your workplace, like in places where things are, I would say if you're like in battle essentially, like where revenue matters, you don't have friends. You get what I'm saying? You're in a transactional place where everything is transactional. So why would it be anything more than that?
Are you talking about you in the person, or are you talking about the person in the person?
Just in general, work in general.
Because I feel like I could go in business with friends and still be friends and still go to battle.
But you got to think all three of us are in a unique mindset. I guess I'll put like a rule on this then. For the general person the generalization that a person is just, how should I say, what would be the best way to put?
Well, you could go into business with your friends because you know business.
There we go.
Okay. So they just didn't have that knowledge.
Yeah.
They didn't know what they were diving into.
All the shortcomings is business. Interpersonally, no qualms, but business-wise...
Bummer.
It's okay. Look at how do you think we got here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
we only got here via that enterprise.
Yeah.
So...
But you guys are looking elsewhere now?
Yeah, we have to go. We have to reset. Like it's like oh we gotta reset our schedules and go back into another like reset mode.
You just got the coffee stuff. Like,
yeah.
How much does it cost us to like do a cart?
So
what would that look like?
So okay, so you want to hear the okay? We'll even talk about the idea of the next thing for the jug.
Yeah.
It's not the cart that you need, right? See, the thing is, coffee doesn't make money. It's your community that makes money. Yeah. That makes you money, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people that work
it's getting those people that have the 9 to 5s to say, I want to go see the Dutch Bros.
Yes. Right.
Yeah.
And so you have to think that like coffee, this is the most generic answer, but it's like, oh, whatever you value is what everyone else will value. But it's not coffee. You see, you know what I'm saying? Like it's
the environment.
The environment, and you have to create the environment for people to. How do I say? Yes, and guess what? You have to develop your self brand, but guess what? How do you develop yourself? It's like you gotta go through the tiers of developing your self brand, and you gotta think like, for us, it's like, how should I say? We have to have a fuck you espresso machine essentially.
Because like I feel like if there was a coffee cart outside my office building, and I skip coffee that day, I'm buying coffee from that cart because of just ease. It's not it's not the community. It's not the fact that it's good coffee. It's the fact that I skipped it, and now you guys are putting it back in front of my face, and I'm like, okay, fine. I want
You just have to be lucky enough if it was like good.
Yeah, and most coffee is good, and you guys have done it for long enough that it's not going to be good. It's going to be like
I think
great.
Pretty much. I think what we're doing with this is it'll be like, it's pretty much our own private coffee house for us and our friends.
Yeah.
And then eventually could reach out to other people, and then they'd be like, "Oh, DM for an appointment, and we'll make you a drink." But then if we don't like you, we don't have to respond to your DM.
What's the next? So that sounds like a future forward thing. What's like the next immediate step for you guys?
It's not like it's weird, RJ, because it's like brand stuff, right?
Yeah.
So like if I go out and DJ, right? Let's say we go out like we have been and we're DJing, right? I just need people to see the image of what we are. It doesn't need to go any further than
what
that.
What are you guys though? Because I had a hard time. I had a hard time explaining the jug to my friend down the street.
So think about that. I'm an artist, right? That's like also like think about Joel's also an artist, right?
Yeah.
So I'm getting to see the power of design through our flyers.
Yeah.
So on our jug page, it's like, oh, if we're not doing one thing and I can make an image for anything we're doing, well, I control what our visual value is now. This is the first time that I'm like, oh, we're starting our brand stuff and we have visual value. And not like by a lot, like just me making an image and then this is what it turns out to be.
Yeah.
And it's weird because it's like, okay, now that I have visual value, it's like, okay, this is now design and branding. This is now like, oh, we are now creating, how do I say, the Stevie Zeke thing now, I get to have it as my stage name more and more, where that now, because I've created a image of that through our DJ stuff, I could, this is like the power of design. And now I get to see it, it's like, oh, I can create an image of anything, and using social media, that's just our art page. It's like, oh, whatever we put on there is what you're gonna see. Like it's not going to be fake. That's all. That's also RJ. Like Joel, how great does it feel not being fake?
Mm-hmm.
Like RJ. Like that's also the heart. Like RJ, I don't have to tell people to pay me. Think about how crazy that sounds.
Yeah, it's interesting that's like the current state, but like what's the future state of Jug? Like where are you guys?
You're talking about the immediate step. Like this is an immediate.
No,
step.
no. More of like you're talking that the brand is the brand for right now. The brand is whatever you guys are doing at the moment. But what is the brand going towards?
Ideally, we're going to have a cafe retail space that would be highly curated, and there would be music and coffee and cute things to buy.
Okay.
And then by night would be beer and wine.
All right.
It would be a business that would make money all day.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And it would be like inclusive. It would be like alternative nightlife.
Yeah.
Like you would never have to yell at our place.
Jazzy type shit.
Yeah.
Social forward.
Social forward.
For sure.
One of the first marijuana joints in Santa Ana where you smoke marijuana bar.
See, but see, we would
probably.
But look, we have a better drug.
Special nights though. Special nights.
Yeah.
But
you can't do weed bar every night. That's too much.
Yeah.
That'd be too much for me.
No, but here's what we would do, just because we know how this area works. We would have a basement area.
Oh, for the locals.
Yeah, for the locals.
For the
now that I know how this area works, we just have a basement area.
Yeah, most places have basements.
Does
this place have a basement?
Yeah.
And it's like
Santa Ana came with like all basements. What's up with that? It's so weird.
Old buildings.
All
these buildings are crazy.
Yeah. Especially hearing about that one spot that it's the conspiracy about Merriman. Was it one of our presidents like used it as a tunnel?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You hear about that?
They used it to like do stuff. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, secret tunnels.
But all these places aren't gnarly.
Yeah. And that one spot that we're talking about used to be the police jail, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Or like, St. Anna police detectives used it at one point.
Yeah. We got flooded.
To like beat people up.
And
But
then
hold up, though.
take them somewhere else.
Well, I never thought about it, but yeah, this basement idea.
Well, I mean, all these units come with basements and
Yeah.
super dense. But we got to get there. We got to get this room to make us money to get a lease on a spot.
Yeah. So yeah. Fun. That's a good vision to have. Coffee shop, or like a hangout spot.
Pretty much a hangout spot. Because coffee shop, anyone can do a coffee shop. It's just like the extra part.
Gypsy Den vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The extra part we would provide.
What Gypsy Den was doing, but then they kind of fell off the.
But want me to tell you? Can I tell you where they messed up though? Not where they messed up, but what most people are looking for. But like I said, like now I see the power of like the designer shit. Like I'm seeing it now.
I'll tell you where they messed up.
But nobody's looking at like I said, like designers actually. I'm feeling it more now.
Yeah.
Because people are now giving me value without me having to dictate my own like value essentially. So you have to think that people document stuff and then they don't express it anywhere else. And the thing is if you're a designer, well, I'm quick-witted. Like it's like, oh, I know that a skater, like as we grew up, skaters, surfers, all that stuff, they travel with their team, they come back, write it in a magazine. It's like, oh, anyone can do that in their own personal life, but they how do I say it? It's like they don't necessarily have the what's the word? They don't have the intellect to understand that like, oh, when you value this, it goes a lot further than what you think because someone's watching you value something that's on a scale of time and money and all this other stuff. And when you go to the Gypsy Den, it doesn't look like anyone brought shit back to there. It doesn't look like this like oh my god, they came back from the island of exploration to give you this awesome thing,
So that's the environmental aspect. I think the other aspect would be like the culture aspect.
Yeah.
They fell off the culture. Like they were cultivating like this culture of like not even hipster, but just like your authentic self. But there was nothing more than what was on the walls.
Cozy coffee house.
Yeah, but they didn't provide the environment. They didn't provide like they didn't bring in the culture.
It wasn't built on that, so it like dissipated.
Yeah, they didn't do the wine night, the wine and paint nights. They didn't do the open mic nights. Well, they did, but then they fell off. They stopped.
Fuck, RJ. Sorry I got to interrupt. You want me to tell you what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Damn, where we're working at, that's exactly what's going to happen, too. Like, that's what's missing.
You have to live and breathe it. Like, we live and breathe this. We lived and bred it so much that we had to get a commercial space for it. That's how much we live it.
Yeah. How much time do you guys spend in here?
Dude, I think...
We're here, like, I feel like almost every day, it seems
yeah.
like. Yeah, not a day goes by where we're not in here. Not even, at least for an hour.
What's the main focus when you guys are in here?
Well...
It doesn't matter. This is where you go to poop. Like, you're just...
Oh, yeah.
And like, any... With little resistance. You can bang music. You can play music.
Yeah,
like you can work on stuff. We make coffee.
It's a vibe.
Like, even before I go to work, I'll be here for like an hour just listening to records. If I go to work at noon, I'm going to get here at like 11. So it's like a treat. So it's like, oh, at least I can come here and like do something for me.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like temple for me. Like, I don't...
So not much leisure. Like, I'm never in here like leisuring.
Dicking around.
Yeah. I would say the same thing. I'm like, it's nice that we could work and it's like dead ass silent in here. Like where I'm like, yes, I can just sit and work with no
no distractions.
None.
Yeah.
Zero. It pretty much makes our grandma's side house was so worth it to build it up that way that now that we've taken it out of there and put it in here, we don't sound crazy anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know you got RJ, but like you have to think that all this equipment, this is how much imagery is like it matters so much, right? Like in there it just looked like we were just dicking around, but then in here for some reason Oh, it's a studio.
We just got to upgrade the camera now.
Yeah, hey, go post the job.
How about you, Joel? How's everything going?
Everything's going pretty well.
Yeah.
Other than like our enterprise that we're currently at. That is such a huge weight on my mind.
You dealing with some of the headache too?
It's not even the headache, it's the lack of headache.
Uh,
It's not stimulating.
Oh, it's just mundane.
It's so mundane, and I don't think any new enterprise should be mundane.
It's the movie theater vibe.
Yeah, it's just it's exhausting to do nothing.
Yeah.
I'm used to expending so much
Mm-hmm.
that I don't have time to think about anything, but I have too much time to think about stuff.
Mm.
Like I'm tired from a whole day of not doing anything.
And then as you get older, you feel it just weighs on you even more.
Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, I just want to do stuff. I just want to like
Make things happen.
be stimulated.
But
then we have this.
Happen.
And so I get pretty overstimulated in here until my ears bleed and my head falls off. So
Yeah, there's
turning that into money.
There's a lot of research that goes into trying to own your own spot too. You guys could get started on that, because just the liquor license alone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
but beer and wine's a little bit easier.
yeah, we've been pretty lucky. There's a lot of like meeting a lot of business owners. We have a mentor the dude who pretty much got us in here.
Sweet.
I think things come pretty easy for us. So it's like we're not gonna worry about it. It's like, oh, that's gonna happen. Like everything's already gone right.
Mm-hmm.
And things kind of always work out.
Yeah, it's kind of.
I hate to say that, but it's like things kind of always do work out. So.
Oh
Yeah, you're right. Everything does work out. Like there isn't anything we've been doing that's an accident. That's like by far like because the mentor for this space, probably the most like, I don't know, he just knows everything. Like not that he knows everything. Me and Joel are such hybrid street culture guys that it's very strange. Like at this point, I know we're like weird pseudo. We know enough about like, because we grew up in Orange County, we got like we're like modern, but then because of our like cultural backgrounds, we always grew up that's what we grew up around. But then it's weird because when somebody from that side, like our Hispanic side, sees us, they're always like, "Man, you guys are doing something." But when we're on the Orange County side, we get shitted on. Like you know what I'm saying? And it's weird because it's like, oh, it's a clear indication of like I don't know, like just everything. Like, oh cool. Down it's like, oh, everything we like doing, everyone in this area fucks with us pretty heavy. Like it almost seems like damn, like it's kind of weird that it's not weird, but I'm not used to people being like, yeah man, let me pay you. Yeah man, go over here. Like
Mm-hmm.
people are now associating us with what we are. Not with like the negative shit, but then you need all that negative shit because we wouldn't have done all this if we weren't like...
People don't hate us yet, so we haven't made it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, people don't hate us yet.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a bummer.
They will.
They will.
Yeah.
We're waiting. We did
Yeah.
We did smash burgers last weekend.
I saw that. How that? What prompted that?
Our friend was like doing a show
Oh, okay.
at this venue.
And you guys just showed up?
We showed up.
How do you guys get all that stuff, like the materials to do it?
We just
Methodically.
know methodically.
There's
We
just
just
a
know how to
method.
do it. There's a method to it.
So break it down for me. How did you guys get the grill?
Oh, my dad had a griddle.
Your dad had that big ass griddle?
No, he had like a little camping one. So
Oh,
he did
okay.
it on like a very... If you read the post, it was a very humble offering.
Yeah. Was it free? Were you guys
No,
charging?
we were charging like $8 a piece.
You guys do decent?
Yeah.
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 Oh, it's me.
Yeah.
Smash burgers. So you actually smashed the
Yeah,
burger
it's smashed meat and everything, yeah.
before you put it on.
RJ,
What's up?
we sold out.
And were you guys expecting to sell it?
Yes. That was the
Yeah,
goal.
exactly. Yeah, I
That's
guess.
good.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the only
yeah.
goal. We're just gonna sell all the meat. All the meat must be gone.
Yeah. You don't want any leftover meat.
Yeah, we sold out, and everyone
Sounds
tipped
kinda
us nicely. Everything.
That's pretty badass.
We went 1 for 1. Like.
That's cool.
we
But we've worked in food service long enough where
Did you guys take electronic payment?
yeah,
Were you guys,
Zelle and Venmo,
were
yeah.
you guys sketched out if like you guys got?
No, it was such a minute amount of money.
Yeah. No.
So-
What about the cops coming up on like?
No, we
Yeah.
were at like the venue, the way they set it up, they do it like in this back alley thing.
Oh, okay, cool.
So the from the sidewalk you can't see us.
Oh,
Because
okay,
there's
cool.
some like narcotics there. You can buy like weed and mushrooms. And
Oh, okay, cool.
it's like a cool venue.
Hell yeah.
Weed, mushrooms, smash burgers.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. But no, working in food service, like, it's pretty easy to have, like, ingredients, workflow, service style.
Easy.
When we only had a single menu item.
Even better, in and out style.
Just one, yes or no,
Yes.
and that was about it. Do you want it or no? If you don't want it, then you don't have to be here.
Yeah. What did the guy reach out to you, or you guys asked him for the opportunity?
It was our friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Our friend D.
But did he say like, "Oh, you guys should serve Smash Bros"?
I mentioned it to him 3 or 4 months ago.
As a joke? Not as a joke.
It wasn't a joke. It was just me and Joel like, hey, we might do smash burgers, and he was like, oh, okay, cool. Let's set up a smash burger thing in our thing,
Oh,
like
okay, cool.
at his show.
Sick.
And
So we got to do a lot of testing,
Yeah.
yeah,
a lot of trial and error.
yeah.
Beforehand or
Yeah.
there? Oh, you guys did testing before.
So we had to eat a lot of burgers.
You guys took it very serious.
yeah.
Well, it was more this guy.
How do you think we sold out? Had to eat a lot of burgers.
You gotta make sure it tastes good.
Yeah.
No, first, you gotta make sure the product's good because people are gonna say, "Oh, this is a good ass burger. You guys should go with that." Yeah. If it's
Yeah.
bad, they're just gonna be like, "Ah, it's whatever."
And it was fun.
That's cool.
And we don't have to do it for a living.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have to sell burgers. We just did sell burgers.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot easier than selling t-shirts. That's for sure.
Yeah. It's hard to sell t-shirts.
Because, I mean, everything's like a drug. It's like coffee. Like, a cheeseburger is pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
At 9 o'clock at night, when everyone's been drinking.
Oh, it satisfies. It
It satisfies.
Yeah.
Even if they weren't hungry. Even if they didn't like burgers.
Yeah, it's like the hot dog carts. I feel like a burger is like more like welcoming than a hot dog now.
Yeah. That was tasty. It was very decadent.
Yeah. I'm gonna eat hot dogs tonight. I'm gonna go to the horse house or whatever.
Oh, that place is good.
That
Yeah,
was
it's just
bomb.
bomb.
I'm trying to think. Oh, and then RJ. This was the other thing too, is our friends. Me and Joel are good at selling the things that we like doing.
Mm-hmm.
That is also something that Joel brought up to our dad. It was very interesting. Like, we could show up, we like know what we're about. Like, we can sell like just so we can almost sell anything. Like, I don't even. But as long as it's in our like wheelhouse of what we like doing, we could sell it.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like work if you like it.
Yeah.
Like, I like
Yeah.
burgers, so for me to cook burgers for an evening wasn't that...
Yeah.
Dude, of course I would serve burgers.
Yeah.
I know how a burger somebody would want it. You know?
So like burgers.
I like them. Like, I know how I like mine, so...
Yeah. That's just putting the passion into what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, I guess we're not supposed to use the E word.
What's that one?
Entrepreneurs.
Mm.
I know. Yeah, we're not.
We're not
supposed to use-
entrepreneurs.
yeah.
We're not...
Who said not to use that?
It was just like a joke. I was
Yeah.
just like, we're really entrepreneurs.
Yeah, but everyone's making us out to be entrepreneurs, though.
You guys are thought leaders.
Yeah, because like it's
We're
funny.
philosophers.
Yeah, because you know what sucks, RJ? I think people who start a business in a brick and mortar more now than now that I think about it. I think now that concept is great, but I think that's like a fantasy almost, like in terms of like.
You have to really be certain before you marry it.
Yeah, because if you're doing a brick and mortar spot, it's a fantasy. Like you're creating your fantasy life. Like
a dream come true. Yeah.
Exactly, but that's how real that statement is. It is just a dream.
Yeah.
That's not really how things work. You're making a dream happen.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean you're gonna make money. It just means you're making a dream.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. It's just we've just noticed it left and right that like even like say throwing around that entrepreneur like. Yeah, that life kind of sucks. Like you're not being real. Like that life kind of sucks. Like it's like, oh yeah, like I gotta stop saying like. It's just the
We can
entrepreneur.
edit it out. On
the freaking
Kill the likes.
the entrepreneur life. I think Like, I guess we're craftsmen more than we are entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
We like crafting things. Like, I like crafting things.
You need someone above you guys then to take on that mindset of business.
But then here's the
that's going to be hard. Because if you don't have someone that cares about the numbers and about making money, then it's going to not work.
But that's the
thing, though.
It's
we do have one.
So it's like a dream for me to have a burger place.
Yeah.
But I won't like die on that hill.
Yeah.
I'd rather just make money doing whatever else than effortlessly open up a burger joint.
Yeah.
Have like money to throw at it, not like I don't want to build up a burger joint.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's kind of like what we did. I didn't have to build the burger pop up. We just laid it down.
Yeah.
I didn't cook a burger until that night. When we were testing, I never cooked a burger. My dad doesn't let me cook around them.
Yeah.
So I had to learn how to cook the burger that night.
Oh yeah, that's why you had to test.
No, but I think I didn't test it though. Like when it even came to cooking, I never cooked it till the night of the event.
Oh wow.
Because like I said, like Dad, I can't cook.
Yeah.
It's some man stuff.
Yeah.
we do have a manager though.
Yeah, I guess I'd be like our mentor. Yeah.
He wants to manage you guys.
No, he is our manager.
Pretty much is, yeah. He's always looking out for our money. That's for sure.
Yeah.
He's definitely making sure that we get paid.
Yeah.
From what?
Anything.
Anything.
Oh, you have to think, RJ, with brand stuff.
What's he do?
I don't know. He manages lots of property in this area.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like,
property management. He's a singer in a reggae band.
Entertainer.
He does entertainment at 4th Street Market.
Oh wow.
And I think he manages entertainment too, just on a very real scale though.
Ask him if I could get him fire spinning there, man. I don't want to get paid. I just want to fire spin.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're doing it.
That's why we're doing it at the blue. That's why we're going to do it at the blue lot because we were trying to.
He runs that.
He runs that lot.
venue.
I'll make sure it goes off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
fire spinners love to perform, and they're liars if they say that they only perform for money. Fuck those guys.
No, because it's like an instrument. Like you can't fake being into something. It's so hard.
It's just really hard as a fire performer because you don't get the open mic nights.
Yeah.
Like if there's open mic nights for fire performing, I would be at every single one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I love spinning fire.
Yeah.
But there's just not many public places where you could do it.
Mm-hmm.
So our open mic nights are like more of studio space kind of work because we're performing in front of other performers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like this thing where like no one claps, no one cheers. And it's just like
because everyone's there for the same reason.
Just to get
it's not as public.
Yeah, you're there for the same reason, and then you're not impressed. There's like a certain level of like numbness you get from being an artist. You watch someone do the same art form. Like when you see someone do the thing, you're just like, I see what they're doing. Like that's really fascinating.
Yeah.
And you observe it in a different way.
Yeah.
It's not like I want to be amused. It's like I want to figure out why and what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't help it. Like take those glasses off.
Yeah.
Because the same thing when we're DJing now, it's like I'm just listening to how they're DJing.
Exactly. You're not.
And the technique, it's
you're
like
you're not going like. They have to do something incredible to make you clap.
At least with music, it's just curated music.
Mm-hmm.
But now just listening to like the maneuvers in DJing.
Or the thought process too.
Yeah, it's like everyone's got different music, just like how they go about it.
Mm-hmm. So that sucks because then I don't get the satisfaction. I'm never satisfied when I spin now because I'm always chasing that approval from my peers.
Yeah, that's so.
But it's easy to get approval if you do it in front of people who don't fire spin.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like that little juice every once in a while feels so good.
You know what?
I was doing it at the music festivals. I was part of like a little conclave, and that was fun. That was exciting because you get a bunch of people that never seen fire and just freak out.
All the simpletons.
Yeah,
like us.
Makes you feel really good about yourself. But then, of course, like fire groups just never last.
Yeah.
Yeah. Too many hotheads.
Pretty wavy, literally hotheads. That's
But
it's like the nature of that culture. It's like yoga. People just come and go. It's like
it's the most interesting culture because like it's a bunch of people that no one no one thinks about being a fire spinner. You kind of just like see it, and then it leaves an imprint on you. And those that leave an imprint on are kind of interesting people to get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like
So they really want to play with fire.
Yeah. It's a very interesting mindset to have.
Yeah.
I am performing for free this weekend at like
Really?
a spiritual event though. And
I know RJ.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm like
that one looks insane. It's like a huge mansion. I'm kind of nervous about it because it's like, it's not about the. I'm not nervous because obviously they're not paying me, so there's no like energy exchange.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't have to do that well because they don't even know who I am. They just said yes when I asked. But it's like that aspect of like, I know the people that are going to be there, and the people that are going to be there are my type of people.
But that's the best exchange though, RJ.
Yeah.
Doing it for free, RJ. You have to think, RJ, doing shit for free is the best when you know why you're doing it. Like
Yeah.
RJ, I do shit for free. I've done shit for free for a minute, and we still do, but
it's not like that you're doing it for free, you're just paying it forward.
Yeah.
Or that, and then you're doing it's practice.
Yeah.
I'm not going to call it anything other than what it is. It's practice for you.
Yeah.
Because I don't ever want to be a fire performer as a profession.
Yeah.
Because it's an art. It's not a profession for me.
Yeah.
So this is practice for me to express my art form in a creative way.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that'd be a lot of pressure if you're getting paid. And
If I'm
then
getting
you're
paid,
expected.
it's not going to be creative. I'm not going to try to do costume changes and.
Yeah.
I got like 3-4 costumes I'm going to change in and out of.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, so you got a mask printed?
Yeah, it's from like a Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, is that really where it's from?
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
It's when Zuko like has an alter ego, and then that's when him and Aang actually. That's like the first time that they like
Oh
help
my
each other
god, bro.
yeah, they help each other out. It's like, oh, it's a crucial moment. It's like, oh shit, you're my mortal enemy. Yeah, I just helped you escape. It's a really weird moment in the show. But yeah, that mask is cool. Yeah, it's gonna be my alter ego when I throw that mask on.
Oh, I see.
Good. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
You need to have that. I like that.
Spice it up.
Yeah.
A more performative aspect.
Yeah. A more disassociation aspect. Disassociating all the baggage I bring in from my personal life into what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because you can't help to, when you're like, I know you guys are creative, so like when you're doing the thing, you can't help to kind of bring in whatever is holding you down into what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like if you had a bad day, it's definitely going to show.
Yeah.
So
That's with the mask.
yeah. Huh?
The mask is symbolic of...
I'm cutting, 2 different people.
Yeah.
Gave my alter ego a name too, Akai.
Acai?
Akai. Yeah, with a K. But yeah, I got it from acai.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because when I was a kid, I used to pronounce acai, Akai.
Yeah, a lot of people still do, don't
Yeah.
they? Yeah.
And I was like, that's a badass name.
Akaki.
Even when I knew that it was acai, I was like, dude, Akai's a cool name. And then I looked it up. It means to rise. And like
That's cool, man.
Yeah,
Heat certainly rises.
everything rises.
Flames travel up. I've never seen a flame burn downward.
Exactly. Don't worry about that.
And it's cool, right, when you acknowledge stuff like that. You want to know what the original art of the cafe was meant for in the beginning? So, as you're talking about that, the original, like, 1700s or, like, 1800s, like, cafe in Europe was people would like to go into there with their alter ego to put on an act of a character. Because they wanted to be that guy that came in. Yes.
Big Gapsy vibes.
Yes.
I heard he's the new Hugh Hefner. Dude, I went to a thrift store. I was road tripping. I was down the street at Joshua Tree, and I went to a thrift store, and they had 2 boxes, like big boxes, full of Playboys.
Okay.
And like they're the old school Playboys.
Yeah.
Like 1970s, 1980s, 1990s.
They had those at a thrift store?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And I was like, how much a pop? And the guy's like $3. I was like,
Not bad.
holy
It's really
fuck.
cheap.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
dude.
So then
That could have been a really good flip. You can take those antique malls home for like $15 each.
Oh, easily.
If they're like pre-80s, for sure.
I was looking on online in like 10 of the 70s, like this 70s era, go for like 200 or something like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And then, so I was going through them and I was like, I asked Amanda, I was like, hey, can I actually buy some? She's like, yeah. What are you going to do with them? I was like, can I have these on our coffee table? She's like, of course. I think that's badass. So I bought like a shit ton.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we got home, she was already looking up stands. So we're going to have it on the wall.
Cool.
It's going to be a vibe. But I just think like something that was so controversial back in the day is like such a beautiful art nowadays.
Yes.
And it's pretty tame.
Yeah.
At that time, that was very
Oh,
tame.
There's only like
entertainment.
one little section of nudity. The rest is like a real magazine.
Yeah.
Which is.
I think that's the
pretty,
point though. Is like
yeah.
it's the center. Like that was a real centerfold.
Yeah.
Only in the middle was it peak, and there was like nudity.
Yeah.
It's not the whole thing like.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
Cake the whole time.
They actually got news in those magazines.
Yeah.
And it's not propaganda. It's like, yo, this is what is really going down.
And that's like an easy drug. Like, oh, let me read about politics and real news just to look at 4 pages of nudity and then keep going.
Exactly.
But now it's all nudity and nothing real going on.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder what's going on Playboy now.
I don't
Probably.
think they do magazines anymore, do they?
I don't think so.
I think they stopped the magazine aspect. They're just a clothing company after it got bought out.
Oh, okay. It's just like a brand.
Yeah, it's a brand now. I want to go back and buy more magazines. Because there's some history in those magazines.
Yeah.
Some history, yeah.
Some history, all right.
But yeah, I think that's like the ebbs and flows of different art forms. I was kind of thinking about, I don't know if I've already brought this up on the pod, but how art is fascinating in the aspect of it connects with the elements really well.
Yeah.
So if you think about singing, that's like air. If you think about dancing, that's like grounding. If you think about art, it's like fluid. It's like painting is more like water. Fires, of course, you could literally dance with fire, so that's easy.
Yeah.
Manipulating the elements.
But I think it's weird too, because it's also very like dangerous. Like, you know, because
you lose your mind.
Yeah, because
Edge of chaos.
because like we use that word like RJ. Like you have to think, RJ. Now my last dilemma is that we were just talking about it today. I was just joking with my friend about it today. I literally can't. I know I've told you this before, but I know any girl that hangs out with me is already automatically in a section of girl now. Automatically.
The section of what?
Just a section of girl. Like a specific genre. I think we talked about this before, but every girl is in this genre.
You gotta go in with the childlike mind, man.
But if I do, let's say I do, right?
Yeah.
Let's say I do.
Fails me every time.
It fails me every time. and for better though. No, but for better though.
Yeah.
It's the best outcome. I just like how should I say? I get the best outcome when I go into something like that, but then I have to use it elsewhere. That's like the art mindset. It's like, oh, I'm going to use this elsewhere. Because if I use it on women, then...
You heard about the experiment where they got an apple and somehow made it look like an orange?
Mm-hmm.
And they made someone look at the item,
mm-hmm.
and then they ate the item with a blindfold,
mm-hmm.
and they tasted an orange, even though it was an apple.
That's crazy.
So
I believe that. That's like that stuff where like if you're in the VR, and then they show you stabbing your leg, your mind's gonna know like your mind's just like, oh, I got stabbed in the leg.
There's that one where you put a cardboard piece of cardboard, and they stab your arm. So when you say girl, you already know.
Yeah.
That's you doing that experiment to yourself.
But
you're going to make it happen regardless if it was going to happen.
But I think sometimes factually though, like
but
any girl who approaches Isaac probably has a high body count.
See that's easier than saying every girl.
But no, here.
It's just the framing's different.
But here,
if you say every girl's definitely going to be the same girl.
But that's what I'm saying. Every girl is this. What I'm saying
or it's been a common case.
It's been a common case. But here's what I'm saying.
Because one day you will be proved wrong.
But yes. But the only way I'm gonna get proved wrong is if the risk is higher.
If you dye your hair.
If you have your hair black,
dye the hair, shave the facial hair, you're chilling.
And no,
you look like everyone else.
But think about this.
You got the vibe. You are the reason.
You be like on that Addams Family shit.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. But no, RJ, intellect is derived by how many times you repeat something until you've either solved that problem or get better at it, right?
Yeah.
So if say I were to hit you in the face, right? Eventually you're gonna have to dodge it. I don't know how many times it's gonna take you, but you're gonna have to learn how to dodge it.
Yeah.
So now you've gone how many times I've done that, you're now that many times smarter, right? So in the statement of people dating and sex, well, does that statement hold true? And I don't know the answer to this, but does that statement hold true that after a certain amount of people that you would have sex with, you essentially now already, how should I say it, your outlet of like, okay, it's if am I that many times smarter or dumber? You see what I'm saying? Like, am I now getting stupid or am I getting smarter if I'm in that context of like I said, if I'm like, okay, hey, every time I hold up a blue card, you got to duck your head. How many times am I gonna have to? You know what I'm saying? And if I were to, you get what I'm saying, right? Like, it's like, adapting.
But in what aspect would you be getting dumber in the same?
This is where
I've seen text messages.
Trust me.
Isaac, the girls that comes Isaac's way don't even want to smooch. They don't want to hold hands or smooch.
Yeah.
That's like elementary school shit.
You gotta stop letting them come your way. You gotta start going their way.
But if I go there, the answer is the same both ways. Is what I'm saying.
You're in the wrong area then.
But then
you're in the wrong pond.
You need to go to Norway or something.
But then my thing is not to be that guy.
But spiritual party on Saturday.
But I can't. I'm busy. I got work. Like, it's just.
I know, but that's where you find the.
But my thing is.
That's where you find the
to quote late and great Sheila Stivers.
Yes.
He said, "Never chase a girl."
Like, why like it, and even on that concept, don't chase. It's clearly worked in my favor. I've never had to change who I am. Yeah. That is also something that, like, most guys, I would say, like.
But let's roll it back.
Bring it back. Man.
What's wrong? What's the reason why you don't want to get with the girls who come your way?
Because then what's going to happen is they want to eat their kid. They want everything.
What is their shortcomings?
The shortcomings is that if you're stuck in my data, essentially, in my realm, the problem is that once you, like, I know this is like pimp shit, but it's like, once it happens, they don't want to leave my space. And Joel has seen it. That this is the, like, and here's the thing.
Isaac just looks at girls and they fantasize about their whole life.
But exactly, and I know it sounds ridiculous, but RJ, we're very like quick, like you realize that, like, we know how to communicate, like, it's like, but it's the one thing that's really interesting is like, okay, I like staying here because this is a harder place to live. If I go where it's an easier place to live, it's gonna be like, the girls are essentially gonna be easier.
It's actually harder for you in other places.
Shut the hell up.
Isaac's too masculine for Portland.
That's also true. I'm too masculine for
You're
Portland.
in Portland?
Yeah, I'm too masculine though. Like
to be a straight man up there is.
To be like that.
You're like an enemy. You have to be like queer or like soft like me.
Soft.
You're a bit too rigid in your looks. Your chiseled looks.
and it's like I said, everything is okay, RJ. It's just so interesting because my conclusion to this would just be like, I'm just an artist. Like, I don't like not even just an artist, but what we're doing is like the right thing. Like, I'm like, I'm glad I'm putting my energy into something that like goes the right way, or not goes the right way, but it's like I'm going into luck, so I keep getting lucky in the, like, not always in the right ways, but in the ways that are more like epistemological, I guess. And I don't even know if it's a guess. It's just epistemological.
Do you want to find someone though?
But if
they will find him.
That's
do
the
you
thing.
want someone to find you, the right person?
No, because I don't have belief in that.
Yeah. We're still good?
Yeah.
I
just want to make sure.
And the reason why I don't have belief in that is because of what I've already seen with my own two eyes with already what is out there. Like in terms of like, if you're
Are you going to be a Hugh? Are you going to be Hugh Hefner?
No. But if you have, like, here's the thing. So RJ, here would be my first rule.
Are you going Ryan Gosling it?
I'm gonna get
Crazy Stupid Love.
No. But here would be my first rule, right? If I meet you, and we date, you have to delete social media. You see what I'm saying? It's like I know I sound crazy, right? But it's pretty extreme, right?
But then you're saying you're the person you want will do that.
Yes,
that's fine.
But here's the thing.
If they listen to him, that's
it's if I you see
so you know what I think you're just never gonna win. So I suggest you just stay.
No, but
you just keep working.
But RJ, if I get to RJ, if I know that you're with,
is that true though? If they did it, you would say, oh, well, you should.
That's only in terms of dating. Like
it's, walk me down the scenario.
So the problem is, RJ, is that
if they did it, you'd be like, you should.
I don't trust a girl who lives on her own. She got to live with her parents.
Is that you? That's your thing?
Yeah.
You have to think, RJ, like
it's not bad to have things, but it's bad to have like
no, but this is the thing. That's only if you're in the market for dating. I'm not in the market for dating. I don't care about the dating market. I actually am like way out there, and this is where I just know it's like that's a market. Do I want to get in the dating market? Probably not.
I think it's pretty much it's like the game. It's the game of not chasing. There's a lot more work. So it's like we did the pop-ups in the past, and that was like first tier of girls come our way. It's like I'm not interested in that tier. So let's go to the next tier. We're at the next tier. It's like I'm still not interested. So it's like building up the kind of gals that are going to chase you.
Mm-hmm. But you can go insane doing that too. I know that for a fact because that we're going to go insane.
What are you going to reach? You're going to reach the Ferrari Newport Beach level, and those girls are actually going to be worse. Like that's going to be too radical. You need to be more in the humble, modest range.
But then going to RJ, that's also incorrect going based on RJ's point. Because like I said, this is what I do have belief in. You can't do that either because then you would go insane. In terms of like you have to find where you fit in kind of thing, right? In terms of like who you're going to date, all of that. But I'm just saying that this person, I don't want to say like even it's not even in terms of dating. But you're how did I say it? But my thing is if I meet you accidentally, then we're accidentally going to get into more accidents. That's usually how it happens.
Sounds like a romantic movie.
But the thing is, every girl's gonna.
I met you at the coffee shop.
But look, oopsie daisy.
I met you at the dog park.
Look, exactly. Like Joel, in those circumstances, I accidentally met you here, and here. I accidentally I've heard it a billion fucking times.
It's only an accident for you.
It's
you know not an accident for the other party.
So you want them not to have social media, but you have social media.
Oh yes.
I want to be able to have multiple sexual partners, but not them.
No, Joel's just trolling. But you have to think, RJ. The biggest thing is that when I know girls are seeing other guys, and then they're DMing me. Think about how I see things.
There's some truth to like we're not supposed to have one partner.
Yes,
me and Amanda talked about it, and like it's totally an option.
But like romantic, emotional partner, intimate partner,
all of it.
That is true.
But here, hold on.
I'd be too jealous that only I could have the harem of women.
You think you would be, but then when you're in a group setting, and everyone's there for the same idea or the same values, and everyone has like their immediate partner, but then everyone else is also part of the group setting too. It's a crazy thing, like a thought.
The devil's advocate to this is that as a design, like I said, this is like part of these like weird philosophies, right? Mm-hmm. Is it takes you years to develop a relationship with one tool, just any kind of tool. Mm-hmm. Like you ain't gonna learn how to paint by having multiple paints. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna learn to paint by sitting there. Like I know for a fact that you will go insane if you don't work on like one thing at a time.
Yeah.
The advantages of guys is that once we get good at one task, we're generally going to be better than everyone else at that one task. That is usually what happens because guys are good at one task and it speaks a lot of volumes. And that's where I'm saying
that task is E&M and... Polyamory.
Oh my god. Okay, so
monogamy.
Okay,
So
so
it's like what you're saying. Yeah, those are just the labels.
But my thing is it's still better to work with one person. That's what I'm saying. I still think that like, hey, like if you're in that mindset where you're already in it, like you need to.
They do work on that lifestyle. Well, that lifestyle is like multiple different flavors.
Yeah.
Like there's multiple different ways to go about it.
Yeah.
But if I ever explored it, it would be in that aspect of I am working with my partner.
Yeah.
But we just so happen to have a group of friends that we're all cool to like travel together, be intimate together, have passionate times together.
It sounds like a lot of free love.
Yeah, like hippie dippy shit.
And that's been around. That's always been around.
Yeah.
It's just like I think now it's more like accepted.
Yeah. And I think there's something about it.
Like there was cuddle puddles at Woodstock.
And why? Because most
think of Rick James.
But here, I'm playing
most
that.
relationships get divorced because some dude cheated or some girl cheated, and she cheated or the dude cheated one time.
But
and it was because they were just like caught in the moment.
Yes, and so this is where I'm playing This is devil's advocate to this idea, right? Do you know why that won't ever work? Devil's advocate. I'm just saying like if I'm going opposing here, right?
Don't say ever.
A reason why it could maybe
No, I'm just saying devil's advocate. If I'm playing, if I'm being the guy that's the hater, right?
Yeah.
The whole point of humans is they take opportunities. If you have an opportunity, you're going to take it. That's biologically, that's what you're going to do. Mm-hmm. So the opportunity, you get what I'm saying? So
survival.
My whole thing, but my thing is that this is why I would be opposed to this idea as like being in terms of like, oh, if you're trying to go whatever it is you're trying to do in your life, is that like, oh, hey, like the opportunity, you're gonna want to keep going further. It's like a rock star. Every time he has to settle down, he's like, damn, but it was great doing it that day, right, or whatever that day. But then it ended up ruining him. Like it's like the whole thing is that
it has a lot of potential to go awry.
Yes,
it's the same. You're preaching the same talk that they give kids to not smoke marijuana, dude.
But I'm not. But think about this, right? So
LSD is pretty complex.
Yeah.
That's a much stronger drug mentally, for sure.
Yeah, no, but like it's the same concept. It's like you more likely than not, the general person, like the typical person, is going to fail at it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm getting at.
Most people fail with just like a single partner.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because people just suck at dealing with their issues. So
yes.
If you're not able to deal with your issues before you even jump into any of this, like,
but when it's hitting good,
yeah, you're not going to want to hold off of the vine. You're going to be like, oh, I want more.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I know.
I used to lose sleep over that sort of thing.
And I know me. I've been able to. The only struggle I have now is being too disassociated with like feeling good. Like I'm not. I love things, but I'm so good at closing off the emotion of like feeling good that I'm able to shut it off and never go back to it. Like surfing or yoga or.
But see, you have good discipline. You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, you have what you're describing is like legit good discipline. That's also like a very rare thing.
Yeah, it's good discipline because I'm not allowing myself to feel.
But that's like but you got to think that's like an intellectual person though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you have that choice, now everything in your life is a choice. It's a pretty great feeling.
Yeah.
That's the point
that's
of
like the cruising in the river, not swimming in the river.
Yeah.
But then you appreciate the things that you can't control.
Yeah.
That's like half the fun.
Yeah.
Because you're in control of so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm very into losing control, like skydiving.
And it's funny, RJ, because I'm like, I'll tell you I'm the total opposite. You know where I lost control? When I did sports in college.
You lost control of your body.
Yeah, and I had to pay the price for it. And it sucks. Because, like, I will tell you, like, not having, like the cartilage thing, bro, is like, I paid the price for being careless. And it's weird because now I see why every athlete gets so depressed.
Do you still run?
No. Because I don't need to run any. Like I know I sound crazy. I don't need to run.
But do you how's your cardio? Do you think you could just pick it back up and nobody's business?
Yeah, because
that's just like
already,
a muscle anyways. It's just
but no, get the fuck out of here. No, it's because I already did something that was already above average physically. Yeah. Like in that realm, I was already way above average. Like that realm.
It's the riding the bike concept.
And this is
not many people get the riding the bike with running the.
Yeah.
Almost no one gets that. Because everyone that stops, they gain back into it. It's like a bitch. But I know where you're coming from because I put in the same work with weightlifting.
Yeah.
I don't care at what point in my life, if you get me back in the gym, I could still lift. I know the concept of lifting. I know how to lift. I could still lift. I could take 2 years off.
But do you lift?
No. But I could take 2 years. That's good. I could take 2 years, 3 years off, get back in the gym, still hit it with my friends, and still be able to bench. Yeah. And it's not like I could do a lot of weight, but I know how to do it correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the goal. That's literally like what dude, and it's funny talking about the rope stuff. Like, ever since I met the WEC method stuff, like what you said, it's you don't really have to like lift weight. Like, you see, you can go do. We've talked about it too, where it's like you can go swing something and be just as happy swinging something than anything else. Mm-hmm. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah. Fireflow event coming up.
Fireflow coming up. What day? February.
I think we're thinking February 24th.
You guys have plenty of time to make it, our listeners. February 24th.
Start the new year on a good foot.
I really hope I don't have anything going on that day.
You won't.
You won't.
No, that is what you got going on.
Yeah, I hope.
You're gonna hope other people don't have things for you to do.
There's a stupid work event that is in February, but I just don't know what date. I have to be at that, whatever that is. It's a elite retreat. It's called Elite Retreat.
Okay.
It's in Florida. I have to go to that one.
Ooh, wait, hey, hold up, before we close it out. Wait, hold up. How does it feel going through a dying animal again? Like in your life? How does that feel? Because I'm telling you that
what a weird way to bring that up.
Yes.
You had an animal die in your life?
Yeah.
Because it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing.
I put my cat down. It was like my cat, but it was mostly Amanda's cat, but I've spent 4 years with her.
Old cat?
No, 8 years. So it's even worse. It's like harder. It's easier when it's like, oh, she lived 14 years. Diabetes. And then, so she had a skin condition. Kiwi, her name. Kiwi had a skin condition. And we couldn't figure out what she was allergic to. And sometimes it could just be dust. So for a house cat, that's like almost impossible to like get rid of.
Yeah.
Because if they're allergic to the house dust, like you're not going to be able to sweep and mop enough.
Yeah.
So the doctors formulated this like medicine that she could take. And she had to take it every day. But the doctors gave us like a disclaimer, like eventually it's going to cause her to have diabetes. Because the way the medicine works, it just gives her diabetes.
Yeah.
So we did the medicine for 2 or 3 years. And basically 4 years, because ever since I've known Kiwi, she's been on the medicine. Yeah. And then most recently she was peeing all over the house, and that's like a very good sign of like diabetes. Yeah. So then we're planning to take her into the vet anyways, and then she all of a sudden started throwing up like 8 times in one day. So then we stayed up with her all night, and then we took her to the vet the next morning, and the vet's like, yeah, she for sure probably has something in her stomach that's causing, because they took an x-ray and her intestines were like bunched up together, so she could have ate something in the house, or her organs could have been failing.
Yeah.
They had to do like an ultrasound that was going to cost like $1,500. And then if they found something in the stomach, then they would have to do open stomach surgery, which was going to cost up to like $5,000.
Yeah. And then, I know it doesn't actually cost $5,000. That's a big upsell.
How much does it cost?
I just swear it doesn't cost $5,000.
Like
for like an animal, like the actual cost is no way.
Well, the vet just
They're capitalizing on your love for the animal.
Yeah. And then so we knew that diabetes was already a thing. We told the vet. I was with Kiwi by myself, so that part sucked, because Amanda had to work, and I didn't go in to expect like, oh shit, like we're going to have to make some serious decisions now.
Yeah.
So we talked to the vet. The vet said, I made the vet check for diabetes first, because then it's a whole another scenario. If you cut the cat's stomach open, get the thing out, and then you gotta give the cat shots for the rest of its life. So it's like, okay, if we just have to cut the stomach open, she doesn't have diabetes, like we could deal with that. But if she has diabetes, then we gotta really consider, like, is it worth it to put this cat through all of this? So she ended up having diabetes. And then we did a bunch of quick searching as we're in the vet's office to see what kind of life cats have with diabetes. And like 1 out of 9, one or two out of 9 put their cat down right away when they find out. The rest, 8 out of 9, the cat only lives 3 to 4 years after. So it's like, do I want to give this cat shots for 3 or 4 years?
The time, money, resources, emotional resources.
Yeah, and the cat, like I feel like the cat doesn't know why you're stabbing it with a needle every day.
Yeah.
And then everything online said the deterioration of the cat, like they'll lose their eyesight, they'll start to hate you. It's just like, we had to make a hard decision. But to your question of like, how is it losing an animal?
As an adult, in control of your feelings, very rational, like.
It makes you realize that you have a heart. It makes you realize that ultimate like feeling of being the human, and that ultimate feeling of like your, how we call it, the heart chakra, or your like your chest, like it just like tears you apart, and it's like nothing you've ever could associate with any other thing, like breakups, fights, fist fights, losing a job. Nothing compares to what it feels like when you actually lose something.
Yeah.
It's insane. It was a good feel. I'm very grateful to have the feeling though. Because it like really opened up my eyes to like, maybe not therapy of like talking to someone therapy, but really opened up my eyes that I need to do some self shadow work and like deal with my demons. Because I broke down and cried so hard, and that wasn't just for the cat. Like that was just like so much.
Many other things, other aspects. The cat's a simple one.
The cat,
like I said, you'll gladly cry over the cat.
Yeah, so it opened up that door, and it was like a floodgate of like emotion that I haven't felt in a long time. And that emotion was like, I remember feeling that emotion. Like I remember what it felt like to actually care about stuff. If that makes sense.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of adults go through life without actually caring.
Yeah.
Because if they cared, they would not.
Those are like lifeless adults, though.
Well,
you know.
But think about
we
it.
are rich with life and emotions.
But we can't let go, because once you let go, that's when you become just like everyone else. But most people, if you think about it, it takes a lot to put take a human and put him in a box for 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week.
Yeah.
There's a lot of brainwashing that we had to go into.
Yeah.
In order to be okay with that.
Even just pre-pandemic times.
Yeah.
That was like really gnarly. Like if we were carried on, I'm always saying it, like I would have had a lot of trouble in my life.
Yeah.
But it's so strange, Joe, because I feel like
you already got broken many years ago.
I was already, like, you gotta think, like, I was already nuts. like that, you know what I'm saying? Like it is like, it is strange because, like you said, what you're saying, it's like, I don't know, like when you see stuff, like, it's crazy, right? Because like something always gets you, like some stick just gets in your fucking wheels, and then you're like, again, again.
It's nice though, because when you're a bit more mindful, it's very like noticeable. Because some people, that's like 5 things in one day.
Yeah.
Where for us, like same, I get caught up every other year. Like you said, something, throw a stick and you're like, God damn, like that's a crazy that's a response, a reaction. And I suppose something you're controlling.
It's weird though, because like I don't know, I want to be in touch with the feelings where I am getting caught up. Like, those feelings are coming up 5 times a day.
Yeah.
I want to be back in that mindset, but I want to, because I know I'm in the mind. I know I have the, know what I know now. I know that I can control those feelings. But it's just about having them in the first place that kind of sucks. If that makes sense.
I know what you're saying. It's you did so well of getting out of it that you created a whole system for yourself, and then now you're like, oh wow, I have to like. You have to destroy your own system to build another system.
Yeah.
I think psychedelics help with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, psychedelics.
I'm almost afraid to take more psychedelics again because there's been so much pent up.
So much.
There will be another release.
Yeah, psychedelics, art really helps. Art, expressing your creativity, meditation, journaling, reading, all that crap helps. All the stuff that you don't want to do. So and it's because you don't want to do it because it's like a subconscious thing. It's like a protective thing. Your body's like, don't do this. You don't want to go back down that road. You hate that road.
Yeah. Keep eating cheeseburgers.
Yeah. Yes.
Keep having French fries.
I was getting my eyebrows done, and the eyebrow lady's like this Indian in like the aspect she's from India.
Yeah. Actually.
Yeah. And she, I don't know, she would just have like the most bizarre talks with me because I've been seeing her since I was 21. So she's seen me growing up, and she'll just bring up. She's never tried to like get to know me, but she always like brings up things from my past. So she's like, "Are you still vegetarian?" I was like, "No, I've been vegetarian for a long time." But like the fact that you brought it up on the day I was thinking about going back to vegetarian, it's just a weird synchronicity about like life.
Why do you get your eyebrows threaded?
Because it looks sharp, it looks clean, it looks.
Do you have like bushy eyebrows?
Yeah, if I didn't get them threaded, I would have like a straight.
That's crazy, bro.
But dude, that's like a look. Like I would kill to have like some super bushy eyebrows. Like that's like a vibe. That's like a preference. Though.
They are bushy. They're bushy. They're just controlled. But like if I didn't control it, it would be like straight up.
Dude, that would be fashion though. That'd be fashion.
Just pull off a unibrow.
Yeah,
that's
like
crazy.
I remember like how we looked in like 7th or 8th grade real dark. Like I would kill to have that 8th grade unibrow again. I would kill to have it. It's like distinct.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Remember, like at least me, like I feel like I had really dark, thick eyebrows. Remember people would joke, "Oh, you look Middle Eastern."
Yeah.
And now they're just kind of like thin and whatever from whatever.
Do you miss your long hair?
More or less, not really.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was like
my life is so much. I don't think about it. Like we got so crazy. I don't have time to think about it. Like,
Good.
this is me thinking.
I like your freedom now. I like your freedom. Not having hair.
Yeah.
And I like this look. I like this look. I don't know if it looks good right now. This is like the dad look with like the salt and pepper.
Yeah.
The monk hair. I love it.
Soon you are going to be a monk. That's going to be a vibe.
Yeah.
Mine's gonna grow outside and get it braided.
I gave Isaac my life force so he could carry on.
He sucked you dry?
The only thing I couldn't give him is new cartilage, but I gave him enough to carry on.
Carry on. Carry on, son.
Me, I've already lived my life.
So when are we having the magic number 16? Is it 16?
Wait, we can run it next week.
Yeah, we can run it next week. Maybe even this weekend. I mean, I don't know.
Next week.
Okay.
Let it cook next week. Yeah. We'll be off of sober.
I'll do. Maybe you'll do 15.5. It won't be 16. Maybe there'll be a 15.
You can't do that to me. I'm the only one that's been asking about the number.
Because you have to think.
I don't care about the number.
You have to think, RJ. I'll bring you on, RJ, and I'll bring the girl that's in charge of that event up
Let's
there.
do it on next week.
Yeah, so I guess
you gotta make her come.
If Tigress,
what's her name? Kat?
It's Tigress.
If
Tigress is gonna come on, and it's gonna be our best episode. Like I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be because what I talk about is that world.
Let's do it.
You know,
we all talk about that world.
But
it looks like a scary world.
That is our world.
But that world is something that
we're pointing at a poster that is advertising.
BDSM event.
That's it.
It's actually a ritual for the Egyptian goddess Sekhmet.
There we go.
Sekhmet.
It's not a BDSM.
Sekhmet.
Oh, Sekhmet.
We're gonna end it.